Hi, welcome back to On Location with Mr. Gupton. This time we're back in the classroom to talk about this concept, subtraction with regrouping. Yes, I know it's exciting, and I'm quite sure you are just sitting on the edge of your seat wanting to know how to do this. Well, I'm going to take you through a couple of steps, a couple of strategies to help you figure this out. Now, before we tackle this very difficult problem, 2036, take away 478, let's start with an easier, smaller problem first. So, if I just go with this problem of 82, take away 37. The mistake that some kids make is this. They take the big number and they subtract from the small number. And that's great, however, unfortunately it's not correct. So in this situation, they would have written down 55, and unfortunately 55 is the wrong answer. I understand that sometimes you'll hear a teacher say, take the bigger number and subtract the smaller number. However, with subtraction, we start at the top and we subtract the number below it. So the top number tells us our total. We have a total of something and we're taking away so many items. So I love cookies. So I'm going to say the word cookies often during this example. So for example, we have 82 cookies and we need to take away 37 of them. So watch what I'm going to do here. I am going to break apart the tens from the ones. So what I'm going to do is make 8 little circles, little cookies. I'm going to make 8 of these. Why? Because if I have 8 of these, I end up with 80. Now, other teachers, other examples they might have where they have sticks, a stick of 10, base 10 blocks. So if you've heard anything like that, that's what they mean. But since I like cookies, I'm just going to draw a big circle and put a 10 in it. So if we imagine that each plate has 10 cookies, and the plate only holds 10 cookies. Now, that's my 80. Now, to get my 82, I'm just going to draw 2 small cookies. And I'll just put some chocolate chips on them. Why not, right? And these cookies do not fit on a plate because there's not 10 of them. Now, I've got my 82. I'm going to do the same with 37. And let me just draw a line like this so I don't get confused. Let me just separate all of this. So I have 10, 20, 30. Let me just draw a line right here. And then let me draw my 7 little cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That cookie got a little destroyed there. So let's fix that cookie. And let's just add some chocolate chips. Why not, right? I like chocolate chip cookies. Now, what I need to do is, if I have 82 of these and I need to take away 37 of them, here's a strategy that you can do with subtraction. I'm going to switch colors so it doesn't get all confusing. Now, this one cookie crosses out that one cookie. This one cookie crosses off that one cookie. Now, here's the problem. I still have some cookies down here that I need to give to a partner, right? And I don't have anything up here, no more ones up here. So what I need to do is regroup. I need to take a plate of cookies and just take those 10 cookies off the plate and put them over here by themselves. Sometimes you'll hear a mom or a dad, an aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa use the word borrowing. We're going to borrow a plate of cookies. We're going to borrow 10. Yes, that's true. However, the mathematical term is regrouping, because when you borrow something, you don't actually give it back. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of these plates of cookies. Now remember, the plate has 10 cookies, and I'm just going to shove them off the plate. So if I take this and I shove them off the plate, now I've got 10 cookies. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I go back. Oh yes, I know. I forgot the chocolate chips. So let's go with the chocolate chips. And I'm just going to add all these little chocolate chips. Why? Because I like chocolate chip cookies. Now I go back and I start giving them partners. So this cookie has a partner. 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 I have no more down here, and that's what I was going for. I need to eliminate everything down here. So if I look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 left up there. Okay? Now let's come over here. Now remember, this plate of cookies, I moved all those 10 cookies over. And now here are the plates of cookies that I have left. So this time, let's give them partners. Let's just give them partners. Just like that. Now remember, this one we had moved. We had moved this group of 10 over to the ones place. Now, if I look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you know that you're done? Is because you have no more on the bottom. You've eliminated everything on the bottom. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 40. So I've got 40 here, and I've got 5 over there. So 40 plus 5 is 45. 45 is my correct answer. And you're like, wait a second, how did that work? I can't draw all these cookies. If you're learning how to subtract and you start drawing all these cookies, you're going to be here a really long time. So I'm going to show you what moms and dads, uncles, aunts, grandmas, grandpas, teachers, big brothers, big sisters might show you. So what they'll do is, let me just go to a brand new screen and write that original problem, 82, take away 37. This is what they do. And this really helps the process. You have to understand the process first. You have to understand why we're doing it so you can do the faster, shorter way. So once again, if I have 2 cookies, can I take away 7 of them? And if I go back to my previous screen, remember my 2 purple cookies up here? I know, purple cookies sounds kind of weird. Can I take away 7 of them? Would there be enough partners? No. So what I had to do was I had to regroup. I had to take this group of 10 and move it over. And this is what most people will do. Watch carefully. I cannot take 7 away from 2. So I'm going to take this group of 10. So 80, take away a group of 10 is 70. And I'm going to put a 1 right next to the 12. And you're like, wait a second. Huh? Well, if I go back to the previous screen, remember those cookies that I added? If I go back and count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When I regrouped, I would have had a total of 12 cookies. Now, let's go back to this. So now it looks like this. 12 take away 7. 12 take away 7 is 5. 7 tens, 7 groups of 10, take away 3 groups of 10. So 7 take away 3 is 4. And if I go back right here, 7 groups and 3 groups, if I go back to my cookies, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 7 left, and I was taking away 1, 2, 3. And we'll do another example just so you get a better idea of what's going on. So you might see, whoever's working with you, how they might jump to this step, and you're like, wait, where did that come from? So here we go. If we use another example really quick, so let's just go 51 take away 36. Ask yourself, if I've got 51 cookies and I'm giving away 36 of them, how many cookies will I have left? If I use the cookie example one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's just put 10, because remember each plate holds 10 cookies. And you might see a teacher use a stick of 10, base 10 blocks. If that helps you, feel free to use that as well. And then over here, I'm just going to draw my little 1 cookie all by itself. And then I'm going to go here, 1, 2, 3, so that's 10, 20, 30. And then I'm going to make 6 cookies right here. Make the chocolate chips, just like that. Now, in the last example, I started giving them partners right away. You could do that and then regroup, or you could do the regroup part first. So for example, I've got 1 cookie up here, 6 cookies down here. If I start giving them partners, I'm going to run out of space up here. I'm going to run out of cookies. So what I need to do is take that plate of cookies, I need to take a group of 10, slide those cookies off the plate, and now have them become my ones. So watch what I'm going to do here. So ask yourself, if you have 1 cookie, can you eat 6 of them? No, if there's only 1 cookie, I need more cookies if you want me to eat 6. So let me take this plate of cookies, let me take this group of 10, let me move them over here, and let me add 10 more cookies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let's just draw the chocolate chips one more time. Chocolate chips. Gotta love chocolate chips. Right? Sometimes I like raisins in my cookies. Oatmeal raisin cookie. Ready? And we're just going to finish this off. Now, I took that group of 10 and I regrouped them into ones. Now, ready? Let's start giving them partners. Let's start. So I'm going to cross off this cookie with someone on the bottom. I'm going to cross off this cookie with that one there. I'm going to take this one and cancel it out with that one. Cancel this one with that one. Cancel this one with that one. Cancel this one with that one. Now, if I look, are all of my cookies on the bottom gone? Yes. Are all of my ones here canceled out? That's the proper mathematical terminology. Is it canceled out? Yes, it is. Now, let's count our cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 here. Okay? I have none down here, so I could put a 0 if I wanted to. Now, let's go to our 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, and I need to get rid of 10, 20, 30. So once again, we're going to cancel them out. I'm going to take this group of 10 and cancel it with that one. This group of 10, cancel it with that one. Take this group of 10, cancel it with that one. Now if I look, how many do I have left? I've got 10 left. Now let's add our answers. What's 10 plus 5? 10 plus 5 is 15. So my answer is going to be 15. Now, let's scoot over here to the problem, and I'm going to show you what moms, dads, uncles, aunts, grandmas, grandpas big brothers, big sisters, cousins, teachers do. Ready? If you have one cookie, can you take away 6 of them? No. So what I need to do is I need to regroup. I need to grab a group of 10 and move them over to the ones place. Grab a group of 10 and move them over to the ones place. So here we go. Ready? Take a group of 10. So now that becomes 4. This becomes 11. 1 plus 10 is 11. And if I go back and I counted all of my cookies here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would have had 11. So what's 11 take away 6? 11 take away 6 is 5. What's 4 take away 3? 4 take away 3 is 1. Now, once you get down this concept of regrouping, and like I said, some people will call it borrowing. Once you understand this, you can just start doing this process. You can start doing this process. You have to build that number sense. You have to understand why we're moving something from the tens place to the ones place. Now, if I go back to that first example we wrote up there, 2036 take away 478. This is what I would tell my students. I've told 8th graders, 7th graders, 6th graders, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. 1st grade doesn't do, big problems like this. Ready? This is what I would tell students. Let's break this apart. Let's separate our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands. Let's separate them. Now ask yourself, if you have 6 of something, can you take away 8 of them? If I have 6 cookies, can I take away 8 of them? And the answer is no. So I've got to regroup. I've got to go to my tens place, just like what I did up here. I got to go to my tens place, and I need to take a 10 from that group and regroup it with my ones. So if I take 10 away from this, this now becomes 2. This now becomes 10 plus 6 is 16. Now let's start doing our math. 16 take away 8 is 8. Now let's go to the next part. 2 take away 7. If I have 2 cookies, can I take away 7 of them? No. So guess what I got to do again? I have to regroup. However, there's nothing in this group. There's nothing in this group. There's no hundreds to grab from. However, there is. Because whenever you see a 0 like this, go to the number before it. So whenever you see a 0, slide over and say, wait, can I take away 1,000 and make it into 100? And watch what we do here. So we can't take 7 away from 2. I come over here, there's nothing to take away from this group. So let's go to the thousands and watch what we're going to do here. We're just going to start moving things. So I'm going to take 1 away from my 1,000, and I'm going to drag all of those over to my hundreds. So what's 10 plus 0? 10. Okay, so that problem's fixed. However, can we still take 7 away from 2? No. So now let's look over. Oh wait, now I can regroup. As other people would say, now I can borrow. So watch what happens here. This 10 becomes a 9. I'm going to move a group over. So it's 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 12 take away 7 is 5. Now let's just keep going. 9 take away 4 is 5. 1 take away nothing is 1. And you're like, I'm not totally sure if that's correct, Mr. Gupton. I got this answer and I don't know if I did the math correctly. Well, here's an easy way to check your work. If I go back to this first example, Here's an easy way to check my work. Let's take 45, just like that. Let's take 37, just like that. The opposite of subtraction is addition. So let's add them up this time. What's 5 plus 7? 12. Put down the 2. Carry the 10. What's 1 plus 4 plus 3? 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 3 is 8. Oh, look. The numbers match. So I did it correctly. If I do that reverse operation of addition, I can easily check my work. And if you don't believe me, if you're like, no, I'm not totally sure that worked, let's use this problem, shall we? Our answer was 15. Let's take the number in the middle, 36. Let's add it together. 5 plus 6 is 11. Put down the 1, carry the 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Oh, look. I went back to my answer. So, let's go back to this really long problem at the front. So I've got 1,558. Let me just write it down here. 1,558. Let's take the number in the middle, 478. Let's add this up. Here we go. Ready? 8 plus 8 is 16. Put down the 6, carry the 10. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 7 is 13. Put down the 3, carry the 100. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1,000. 1,000 plus 1,000 is 2,000. Now if I look, I got the same answer as what I started with. So that's an easy way to check your work. If you're not totally sure about your answer, you can do the reverse operation. You can do addition when you get your answer and see if it matches up. If it doesn't match up, if for some odd reason you made a mistake, it's probably because you didn't regroup properly, or when you were checking your work, you didn't regroup properly as well. Because look at all these extra ones that I wrote up here. I had an extra 10, I had an extra 100, I had an extra 1,000. So hopefully that helps you as you go through subtraction when you have to regroup. And like I said, some people might say borrowing, but remember, when you borrow something, you don't actually give it back. I never gave it back anywhere. And if you want to think of it like cookies, that's great, where we had our plates of cookies and we had to take that plate of 10 cookies and slide them over to the ones we had to slide them off the plate. If that helps you remember as you subtract, feel free to use that as well. So good luck with subtraction with regrouping.